So, good morning. I felt like the only way to share what's on my heart and mind is through video this morning. And while walking, moving into what's real, the intersections of our neighborhoods and our streets and our parks and our people, all shapes, varieties, backgrounds, sharing this story of life, of great questions, of hope, of fear. So if you happen to see this and you're with me, let's just take a few seconds of silence. So I got up, as I'm sure many of you did, as soon as I could, and stayed up as late as I could, so I had maybe a couple hours of sleep. And I knew I'd be out walking pretty early regardless of the outcome. But I felt I had no other choice but to just write a small snippet of what's just going on inside. And these words that I'm about to read are limited and just not fully holding, I think, what needs to be held. But I'm going to read them to you and with you in hopes that a greater we can come from this. So as many of you, my heart and my gut and my mind swirl. I knew it would, regardless of the outcome today. That said, since it's now Donald Trump, who is our president, who is the president of the United States of America, I feel I have to name a few things. I have to say a few things from such a deep place of confusion and hope for whatever hope is. But from that place, to all refugees and immigrants in my midst, I love you, I see you, and I am for you. To all black and brown spirits in my midst, I love you, I see you, and I am for you. To all of my LGBTQ brothers and sisters, I love you, I see you, I am for you. To all faith and spiritual practices outside of one version of Christian embodiment, I love you, I see you, and I'm for you. To all of the beautiful women in my midst, I love you, I see you, I'm for you. To all non-able-bodied people in my midst, I love you, I see you, and I'm for you. To all human beings, Republicans and Democrats, who hold a worldview of deep love, acceptance of all people, and a faith in something bigger than corporate power, narcissism, and walls. I love you, I see you, and I'm for you. Hearts and spirits ache, mine included, in trying to grasp words for how I believe we are to move forward together, move forward towards unity and not division. Regardless of who is elected, my deep longing for our country is that we would begin to humanize this all too often harsh story of other. Vulnerability is no longer something we dabble with when it's safe. Oh, I want to scream that at the top of my lungs. It's also not something that we just sink into when we're forced to. I'm going to read that again. Vulnerability is no longer something we dabble with when it's safe or sink into when forced to. It's something that lives at the center of where I believe we have to go. As one of my teachers says, Richard Rohr, if we do not begin transforming our pain, we will surely transmit it. All sides, aisles, and positions must start laying down their ego, mine included, to meet others where they are, to genuinely listen, and to begin a new story of trust. I hope you are with me in not running from division, not feeding more division, not feeding violence and hate, but to go into true freedom, true inner freedom, one step at a time. To go into the scary and often unsafe places that threaten our own walls, to be people who walk free, open, loving, and understanding. This isn't soft. It's not weak from a place of fuzzy feel-good emotions. This is bold action straight into vulnerability. Regardless of our outcome, this has to be tapped into one step at a time. Please have grace for my messy way of sharing this. I'm not running. I'm trusting, I'm going towards, and I will keep walking. Sending peace and love to all.